Oh, here we are. A full review of the Hive. Now, if you don't know what the Hive is, it's a training group by Natalie Cromie, Johnny Smith and Matthew Wright. All successful sellers in their own right and all have been selling on Amazon for a long time. So in this video, I'm going to do a full review of that training. It's actually training that I've been in myself for a long time now, and I was also in the predecessor of the Hive called Elite Sellers Academy, which was also ran by one of the owners, Natalie, of the Hive. So with all that experience, I thought it'd be a good idea for me to run over a full review, because I've actually been in the Hive for over a year now, ever since it opened. I think it's been over a year as far as I'm aware. I'll double check the dates and yeah, let's talk about it. So it's nice to do a review of a training group that I'm in that I know is just not a load of bullshit. There's a lot of nonsense out there in the Amazon space, and sometimes it's hard to find like credible, good mentors. I openly say that I don't do mentorship myself or coaching myself. It's just not on my to-do goal list sort of thing at this moment in time, and I focus all my time on the business and the businesses that I'm building and I've got. But it's just nice to be able to talk about good people and people that are doing it right. So yeah, the Hive. It's a full, in-depth training academy with weekly live calls. As I say, the mentors are Natalie, Matthew and Johnny. Now, Natalie is sort of known as like the bundle queen, if you like, and she goes into very, very, very hard, big detail about bundling. Now, there's not going to go into this video. I've talked about bundling in one of the previous videos if you want to check that out. Natalie talks about all the different ways that you can do bundling. So you've got bundles 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, etc. And loads of different ways that you can create your own brand without having to import from China and all that sort of stuff. And she goes into detail on that. But I don't just mean detail, guys. I mean detail. And we're talking multiple hour-long videos sometimes, in-depth, getting the knowledge that you need on this stuff. And yeah, multiple videos, as I say, weekly lives, and there's also a Q&A question that goes with it as well. So you can answer all your questions once a week as well in that group. So just that alone, because my main focus has been bundles for quite some time now, coming up to about 2 years, I think. Yeah, she taught me everything that I know about bundles. So it's been a great learning lesson from there. Matthew, moving on to Matthew. So Matthew is an expert in like clearance stock and retail arbitrage, and he also does a lot of eBay stuff. So there's a lot of training in that sort of stuff as well. So it's kind of like the clearance stuff, the eBay stuff, the retail arbitrage stuff, and obviously weekly lives are a mix between the bundling with Natalie and also a mix between Matthew as well. Now, Johnny also does wholesale himself. And is also going to be releasing videos on wholesale. But guys, to do a full summary, and by the way, if you want 50% off the Hive, they've kindly managed to give that to my audience. So there's a link below. I think you just type in capitals Hayden. I'll put it below in the comments anyway, for 50% off the Hive. It's, in summary, guys, the value that you get for your money, I think it's £99 plus VAT the last time checking. Now, a lot of people on TikTok and a lot of people on YouTube that haven't actually got anywhere near as much experience, or some of them not actually selling at all, are charging thousands of pounds for courses and things like that. And to have this at £100, £99 plus VAT per month and 50% off with my code, obviously, for the first month, it's a sensational offer in my opinion, for the guidance that you have. As I say, it's a group that I've been in for a long time now, including the predecessors with Elite Sellers Academy, and this is even better than Elite Sellers Academy actually was. To have the community of sellers, I think there's over 200 people in there now, to have the community of sellers around you that are inspiring you to push harder and give it your all and post updates and post, how your wins and more importantly your losses as well, and hardships you've got. I mean, I've recently had issues with my VAT and I've been posting that in there, and if you're looking for a bit of motivation, you might see someone else saying they're going to be launching a bundle a week from now on, and then you're like, oh, you got to up the game, and then it motivates you to do it as well. But to have the combined experience of Natalie, Matthew and Johnny is quite exceptional as well, because there's not many people that have real in-depth proper experience on a high level that are in a sort of mastermind group like that, if you like. There's also a meetup this month, depending on when you're watching this, is January 2024, and there's going to be regular meetups as far as I'm aware. Now, you want to check that before you were to join up with Natalie or Matthew or Johnny. I think they're going to be a regular thing as well. So just to summarise, 99 plus VAT is their price. You get the weekly live calls, obviously the Facebook group, ask as many questions as you want and all this sort of stuff. And then you got the weekly lives and then potentially now the regular meetups. It's probably going to be at least once a year, but hopefully a bit more regular as well. So I do know that also Natalie, don't know if she wants me to say this, she does give people a lot of access herself, sort of messaging her and chatting to her directly when they're part of the Hive as well, which is quite nice. Sorry, Nat, if I've just spread your inbox, but yeah, it's nice to have that sort of bit more access to someone that is going to help keep you accountable, other than also just the group. But the group's enough as it is as well. So, guys, that was a quick summary of the Hive. As I say, if you do want to check it out, 50% off for the first month below. Thought it'd be nice to do a review video because that's my genuine, honest experience, guys. It's been none other than life-changing for me since I've been not only in the Hive, but the one before that, which is the same thing pretty much, and obviously being surrounded by people like Natalie helping me get to the next level. So yeah, that's my full honest review of the Hive, the e-commerce training for Amazon sellers. I'll see you in the next video.